Okay, the fridge is now screwed down, slides out. Slides out now. It's all screwed down to the floor. Still a bit high to get into, but I'll take a step with me. I'm not going to put a drop down one in. Quite happy like that. I can still see the display here and plug it in the other side. There's a an adapter on there in here. There. So I just finished wiring up this, so I got everything in there that needs to go inside, and this is the battery cables. Got to plug in my existing cables to these two, and everything should be fine. So I'm gonna hook it up, or put it up, screw it in place, and then test it all. So yeah, I've been working on that for the last day and a half, cutting the panel out, carpeting in it, putting in all the stuff I've got, which is the Red Arc DC-DC charger, 20 amp, 5 amp, that King's switchboard assembly, cutting a hole for the battery monitor, putting my King's power inverter on there, just wiring it all up, putting the fuses in for the power inverter, the shunt for the battery monitor in there as well. I got to put some lights in when they arrive. I ordered them about a week ago. Red lights and white on the same one, and dimmable. So they're coming soon. I'll bring the wires into the top of this, into one of these switches. Actually, I haven't got any switches hooked up yet. But yeah. That's what I'm doing now. I'm going to mount it in position. Got a heat wave on at the moment after the cyclone, so bloody hot. Well, been working for days on this, so I got most of the floor done. I'm going to finish that off later. Just go around the other side. I haven't finished this drawer yet. I need to put some more screws in it. But there's a single drawer there, 500 drawer. My lithium battery's up there. Everything is up there. So I can turn it all on here. So I'm going to have... nothing's on there at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to have to put something on there, like lights. It's a bit tight fitting everything in. The inverter's not exactly where I want it, but I don't use the inverter very much, and if I do, I can still turn it on. I can either slide the fridge out and turn it on, or reach over and turn it on. I've already had it on once. That's about as neat as I can get it for the time being. Easy to operate. And then I said I'm going to do this floor here, and I have it removable panels, and put some straps and things in under the floor there. Not a lot of stuff, but yeah, things I use a fair bit, but yeah, kayaks and things like that. That's where that's going to be. I might find a use for other spots for it. So that's the electrical done. You can say it's done anyway. Upgraded the mains again because I couldn't get what cable I wanted. I went for 4 gauge this time. 4 gauge from here up into the battery, into that distribution box up there, control box. And then from there it just distributes to just smaller sizes. Yeah, the reason why I put that little drawer is a twofold. One is I'm going to put stuff in it, of course, for cooking and camping. And this table will go on it. It won't go back inside it because it's too small. It's designed for a 900 or 1300 or 1015 drawer, but it was the cheapest way I could get a table. It's stainless steel, and it's out of the way, so I just got to work out a way to store it. But yeah, you hold bags on here. It's got a bottle opener on there, and it's a nice sturdy table, so I could have it out to there. And then I'm going to put another little insert over the top of this one. So yeah, so I'll have that, and the top of that to use. When I'm cooking and things like that. And then I'm finished, I just push that section away and just leave that out or take it off. But yeah, it's a nice big flat area when I'm finished. It'll be a good area to put some boxes of stuff in there and swags and stretchers. I'm happy how it's working out. Not spending a lot of money. I already had a lot of the gear, so hasn't cost me a lot of money yet. So that's my plan at the moment. Well, I've just drilled a hole over there for the spare tyre bolt. Mounted the spare tyre silicone drill in place on the bolt, and then put a double lock nut on there, double lock nuts. Put the Gertie gear bag back on. That's the bolt here on the inside. Could have got it a bit straighter, but it twisted as I was tightening it. Did it twice, so I left it go. Well, the next step, what I'm going to do is wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to complete the backing board. I'm going to take it right through from there up to here and down, and put that backing board on, because I got things to mount on it, like a fire extinguisher. You can go here, fire blankets, things can go up on the top of that board there. I don't need access to them very often, but I can get access fairly easily from this side anyway. And I'll have another fire extinguisher in the car, so I have 2 fire extinguishers, but yeah, I'm going to do that now. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to do it, so I'll do that first, and then I'm going to concentrate on this floor area here, and that's the plan. I've just finished screwing in that other piece of board in, and I vacuum it up. tying a tiny bit thing wrong with it, but anyway, it's fitting in there pretty good. Okay, I just made these two up. Removable aluminium on the bottom. I've got to carpet them yet, but it gives me a tiny bit of space to put flat stuff in there. I can take them out, put groceries there if I want to, so they don't roll around. I can put straps in the other one. Something flat that I can get out fairly easily. So yeah, carpet across there next. And then the trim will be done and the lights. So the lights will be tomorrow probably. Well, the carpeting is all done now. These are removable, as I said. I can put a bit of stuff down there that's flat. Pull it out, put some groceries there to hold them back. They fit the grocery baskets perfectly. So, yeah, nice flat floor now. I wasn't going to do it, but I decided, hell with it. I'll do it. Looks neater, tidier. So tomorrow I'll be doing the lights. I'm going to pack up today and put everything away, have a couple of beers. Already had one. That's a mess. Look at the mess I've got. I got shit everywhere. Grinders, battery drills, jigsaws, vacuum cleaners, contact cement, knives. I can't get the fire extinguisher in up there. It just won't fit up there. I'm not sure where I'm going to put that at the moment. I might put it across the top like that. It'll fit up there. Fire blanket, not sure. I'll think about those things. They're not important at the moment. I'm not going camping for a while yet. But yeah, I'm glad that floor was done. And the spare tyres done. Got to get the fuel container on here done. I've got one at the back I'm going to use because it's lockable. You can lock the funnel down and everything. The ones you can buy, or for these, they just slip a jerry can in. You can take it out, take the fuel out of it. No, the one I got's lockable, so you can lock fuel away. And I've got one already, so I'll put one there, and I might think about putting another one there at a later stage. But I want to get the dirty gear bag up, spare tyre out of the shed, and I got the trim to do yet, but I'm happy for what I've done today. Spent all day on it, putting that board up the back up there, and these, so the final bits take a while. Well, today I'm putting in some lights. They're from Allspark. They're Allspark there. They're red, white, and dimmable. So you can either have a white one on, a red one on, and dimmable. 600 long. You get two of them. They'll be individually switched. So I can turn one on or the other one on, or both. I'm probably going to put them up. sure, probably about there I'd say. That's too far over. It's probably there. So that's the plan for today, is I'm going to put them up and wire them over to my control box over there. That'll be just about the last thing I do for the electrical before finishing the trim. Right. I have just completed the two lights. They come with 3M double-sided tape. I didn't want them out too far because I need them over the area where I'll be working, and there'll be lights in the awning. So you can turn them on from here. And they light up. You can change them to white and dull them. I thought you could have just put the red ones on, but it must be red and white. Oh well. So yeah, they're both wired in now through the switches. That one's for the other side. That one's for this side. That switch is for the monitor. And these two switches are spare at the moment. One is going to be for the pump, and the other one I'm not sure. So what I'm going to do now is summarize the electrical. All of this, nearly all of it, was pre-wired from my previous toolbox I had. And I had it on Anderson plugs, so I'm not explaining it all. I'll start with the other side. Okay, right, so from here comes in from the battery up the front and my solar input at the front. So down here in the front of the car, I have a solar input. I'm just going to leave that where it is. Comes up through here. I already had that cable in place. Comes along through the back down there. Now it was on an Anderson plug in a fuse holder, so that gets up here and gets plugged into okay, start again. Okay, so that cable goes along there and up to an Anderson plug there, and on that up there is the red arc 25 amp DC to DC charger. Now I already had that on two Anderson plugs. There's one Anderson plug there, and there's another Anderson plug just up there above the inverter. So what I did is, and the solar fits into that. So Anderson plug connects onto there, and beside that is a fuse from the solar. So the solar input and the battery and the alternator go up into that red arc DC charger. It comes out in an Anderson plug and then goes into that control box over there. So that was already pre-wired. I'm not going to explain it any more than that. The cables from the lithium battery up there, I already had the battery box, so I had upgraded that to 4 gauge, and it goes into the side of the control box up there, the power box. Right, the control box it was pre-wired, so you buy them pre-wired from King's, and you just add what you want to them. So at the moment I got the fridge plugged into that Anderson plug, and it's plugged in over there in the back of the fridge. So I got the fridge turned off at the moment, but it goes with that Anderson one. That means that's spare. All these are spare and they've been wired up. That one's at USB outlets, and C, they're just 12 volt outlets. But you can buy plugs that'll have USB-Cs and USBs on them. And they're all fused through the fuse up here. So I took the, I already had the wires for this, just had made one longer. So I already had the 8 gauge, 6 gauge wires for this. Goes into here, into the fuse inside and onto the active and neutral. So it's fused for the red wire but not the black, and it's already in there. I had to cut the hole for the battery monitor. I was going to put something else up here, but that's why it's over one way. I wish I'd put it in the middle now, but I can still put something there if I want at a later stage. And it's connected inside through the shunt. There's a shunt inside, and everything, all the neutrals are wired through the shunt. This is the power switch for that. This is the power switch for the lights on the other side, and this is the switch on this side. The lights are just stuck up here. I'm not sure how good they're going to be. I might have to put a saddle or something on it, but I'll just see how it goes. And there you go, switched on from there, and they come on from there. They can be dimmed from the buttons, changed to white, whatever you want to do with it. So and that's the electrical setup. If you want to use the Anderson plugs on top of the battery box, you just turn that on and then you can use them. So it matches up with that. So that's another Anderson plugs I can use as well. So I have 1, 2, and then on the back of this there's also cigarette lighters and USB outlets. I can use if I want them as well. So that's the electrical setup at this stage. Later on I'm going to be putting in the pump that's under here. I've got to come up along the floor here into there and then up and use one of these other switches for the pump, shower pump. But at this stage I'm not going to do it. It's empty at the moment, the tank. Trying to keep my weight down a little bit and just see how I'm going to go the weighbridge tomorrow. And that's the electrical done. If you want to see how it's done, you're probably better off watching one of my other videos. But the King's boxes all come pre-wired and they're self-explanatory. I don't recommend you doing it if you don't really know much about electricity. Electricity, even 12 volt electricity, is dangerous, especially lithium batteries. They hold a lot of power, and your vehicle can catch on fire. So if you don't know what you're doing, I don't recommend you doing it. You get somebody who knows what they're doing to do it. You need to know a bit about 12 volts electrics, and everything has to be fused. It's on low light, the camera. Just going to try my lights out. Oh, wow. Well, they're not what I thought they'd be. We'll try and work out why. I give enough light in here, but I found another button on this light. So we got red. So we have red lights. Yeah. We have white. White and red. Dimmable. Really dimmable. Red. So we have red, white and red, white, and they're all dimmable. Yeah, well, I'm happy with that. So I'll just push these buttons up here. That's white and red. Good mixture of light. White and red. Be cooking out of here, so yeah, it'll have light out to there, and then the canopy lights will be behind me, and I've got a roll of LED plug-in lights that plugs into the cigarette light, and they're orange or red, orange or white. That's right, orange or white. Dim. I think I'm not sure if they're dimmable or not, but yeah. So that's that one. Push. That's the red off. Red on. White and dimmable. Red and white. Red. So the battery monitor, I can see it from here, which is good at night. During the day it'll be a little bit hard, but I've still got these two gauges here, 12.3, and this one up here, 12.2 and 13.2 and 13.2. So I can go on those two. And the battery monitor up here. Well, I'm happy with those lights. Yeah, just enough light to see by. Anti-bug lights. I'm really happy with those. I'm really happy how this build is going along. Takes a bit of research to get what you want. Nothing was available in Townsville. That's why I bought them online. Nobody had red lights. They all had orange. And most people sell the orange one, but the red one's what I wanted. Mosquitoes are getting me out here. Wow. That's the red and white lights. Yeah, quite good. They're the white ones. That's the red and white. Yeah, really happy with this build and the lights so far. Plenty of room, plenty of space, all that space, put stuff. These are removable, as I said. Gotta go inside, the mosquitoes are getting to me. Oh, showing their lights at night. Fuse for the cable light. Well, I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. The next video is going to be the trim.